Black Girl Day Off saved my life. Queens, today is October 11th, Black Girl Day Off, and I need to tell you a story that might save your life. Last year, on this exact day, I decided to honor Black Girl Day Off for the first time. I had just found out it was a thing, and I said, you know what? I'm doing this. Now, whenever I'm off of work, I start my day at the gym. That's my routine. So October 11th, 2024, I woke up and did exactly that. 30-minute speed walk on a treadmill, then jumped roped. My usual freestyles and sometimes my half-pound weighted rope. But something felt off. I still pushed through my workout, but not at my usual strength, not at my usual force. Something wasn't right. The day unfolds. So I'm scrolling on TikTok, probably while getting ready, and I see this chicken noodle soup recipe. I'm like, yes, that's what I need. I go to the supermarket, grab all the ingredients, come home, and start cooking. At some point, I just needed to lay down and rest. But here's the problem. It felt totally uncomfortable. Sitting, uncomfortable. Laying down, uncomfortable. Standing, uncomfortable. Everything just felt wrong. Now, earlier that week, I thought I was having acid reflux issues. I have that condition, but it's usually under control because I don't eat as crazy as I used to. So I started taking my usual medication for that. But something about this day felt different. The pain has shifted. I was just uncomfortable. The decision. My son had a football game the very next day, an away game in the Bronx. Part of me was like, just take some pills, go to sleep, you'll be fine in the morning. But then something said, no, go to the hospital. Something's not right. So I went. At the hospital, because of my other medical conditions, they ran tests and ruled those out. They were ready to send me home. But then I didn't realize until I read my discharge paperwork, I had told them about my family history. They decided to do one more test. Bilateral pulmonary embolism, blood clots in both of my lungs. Queens, I was devastated. I had asked my doctors a few months prior, is this hereditary? They said no. So I'm sitting here like, how did this happen to me? I'm into fitness, I work out, I move. How did this happen? But it just was what it was. Hospitalization and looking back. I was hospitalized for a week and a half, did the treatment, got discharged. And when I started looking back, I realized I had been experiencing symptoms for about 2 weeks prior. You know how blood clots start in the legs and then they travel to the lungs? I took a spin class on the Saturday. By Thursday, I was still in pain. Usually, if you have pain after spin, it's gone by Monday. I'm thinking, wow, Mel really worked us out today. But come to find out, it was probably the blood clots in my legs at that time. And then there were other little things, my breathing, how much longer it took me to recover from jumping rope or just walking up the stairs. The telltale signs were there, but who thinks, hey, I might have blood clots? Nobody thinks like that. The healing process. I was devastated, I was depressed, but I was so grateful that I was under the care of a therapist at that time. My next appointment, literally the day I was discharged from the hospital. Perfect timing. My therapist was so key in getting me through this. I had to lay off of exercising for about 6 weeks. When I did come back, I couldn't go full force. My lungs weren't at full capacity. I had to find ways to conserve my energy. In spin class, I couldn't sing, holler, or woo every time. Every breath mattered. I had to monitor everything. With jump rope, I did a little bit. I didn't go full force. I remember that on New Year's Eve, I usually do a 5K every year. Last year, I went into full force like I had never had blood clots. Queens, when I tell you it took me at least 30 minutes or more to recover, I played myself. I really pushed too hard. But you know what? It felt good to try. 1 year later, 2025. So it's a year later. I don't know if I'm back to my pre-blood clot capacity, lung capacity, but I feel fine. I'm doing good for myself, and I never let it stop me. I was part of an online support group for people with blood clots. That group was so depressing, and I get it. I understand why. But for me, it wasn't gonna work. I didn't want to be in that state. When I was able to jump rope again, I posted videos like, look what I can do now. And you know what? That brought life to people who hadn't been able to do much since their diagnoses. The shame I carried. Now, I'll be honest, I was ashamed to talk about this on social media at first. Why? A, I already receive a lot of heat for my size. People make assumptions. B, people assume that if you work out, you're immune to sickness, like fitness is some magical shield. It's not. C, I hate when people offer natural remedies like that's going to dissolve blood clots. Please, this is serious medical stuff. But I'm sharing this now because it may save your life. The message. Black Girl Day Off isn't just a cute hashtag. It's about listening to your body, honoring when something feels off, resting when you need to. If you notice something's wrong with your body, go take care of it. Imagine if I had just taken those pills and gone to bed. Would I have woken up the next morning? I don't know. But what I do know is this: blood clots are serious. They are deadly. Any little thing, listen to your body. Don't ignore it. Don't push through it. Don't wait. I'm happy and I'm blessed to be here, to still be alive and to still be jumping. I don't take a single jump for granted. So Queens, this Black Girls Day Off, honor it, rest, listen, get checked. Your life might depend on it. Mine did.